Yes, it's been a while. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time without me uploading videos, and that is because I'm always working on projects with iVillage. iVillage, this is an agency, or this is a company that creates graphics, video, and all amazing creative works for any company and any person who is in need of these services. So when I'm not creating videos for YouTube and all these other social media platforms, I'm with iVillage creating works for clients. But I'm always thinking about this platform. I'm always thinking about sharing knowledge. Back to the topic of the day, and that is back to the basics. Today I want us to talk about ISO shutter speed and F.stop, which is Aperture. The reason that's why I've decided to tackle this topic is because there are so many people who are making amazing videos, but when you look at their videos, at times they are let down by these three basic settings. So today I just want to go into depth or just talk about these three basic settings, and I believe by the end of this video you will have mastered these settings. If you are a person who is pro when it comes to camera settings, this video is not for you. This video is targeting people who are starting out, but also I believe out of the many things I'm going to say while sharing the knowledge I have about these three settings and how I use them when I'm shooting in the field, I believe you might leave when you have learned something new. When we talk about ISO, shutter speed, and Aperture, these are the three settings that every videographer must know, because these are the settings that are going to control so many things on how your videos are going to turn out in terms of speed, grain, quality, and all these other aspects like distance of focus of your videos. Let's think about this as if you're making tea, or let's look at this concept as a cup of tea. So when you're making a cup of tea, you need water, you need sugar, and you need tea leaves. These three settings work hand in hand to make your videos amazing, and every videographer uses these three settings to make amazing videos. All these three settings affect their videos to turn out worse. So you mastering these three settings, that is shutter speed, f-stop, and ISO, will make you a better videographer. First and foremost, that is ISO. ISO, this is the setting that affects the light in your camera, but also it affects the quality of your image. When your ISO figures are low, most of the cameras, their ISO start from 100. So when your ISO number is on 100, like it or not, your videos are going to be of a good image quality and of less lighting. But once you raise that ISO number to the upper numbers, you'll see that your videos are getting more light, but also you're losing on the quality. That is when you start to see your videos getting grain, what people also call noise. So when you raise the number of the ISO, you'll start to see grain in your videos, but also you'll start to gain light. As you put it down, you'll see that your picture is becoming of more quality and compact, but you're losing on the lighting side. Having talked about ISO and we have compared ISO to sugar, let us now talk about the tea leaves, which is f-stop. F-stop, that is the camera setting that causes the effect that people love so much nowadays. That is the blurred background. When your f-stop number is low, your videos are going to have a shallow depth of field, or what we call a small distance of focus. Like you can see in this video that I'm recording right now, me, the person who is speaking, is in focus, but the light in the background is blurred. That is because right now my f-stop is very shallow, or my aperture number is very low. That is the reason as why you'll see that your subject will be in focus and the background or the foreground is going to be blurred. That is why you should have your f-stop number or your aperture figure very low, like 1.4 or even any other number that is low. That will cause your videos to have a shallow depth of field or a small area of focus. But once you raise that number high, your f-stop or your lens opening is going to start closing, and it will cause your videos to have a wide depth of field or a wide area of focus, and you'll see that you'll have so much in focus. So if you want videos with a beautiful background blur, you can lower your figure of aperture or f-stop, and if you want videos with a wide area of focus, you can raise that number up. Having talked about the effect of the aperture, one thing you need to also understand is that aperture also affects the lighting in your videos. When you raise your f-stop number high, your lens opening is going to become small and your videos are going to become dark, meaning that the exposure in your videos is going to go down. But once you lower your f-stop number, it is going to open up your lens and more light is going to be entering your lens, meaning that you'll be getting more light in your videos. That is the effect of aperture to your videos. If you're making a cup of tea, you will of course all obviously need water. In this case, when you're making videos, you will of course need the assistance of a shutter speed. Shutter speed, this is the setting that will control the motion or the speed in your videos. So this is a setting that we use as videographers and photographers to capture motion. So when you're making your videos, the shutter speed setting, once your figure is low, it will have less ability, or the camera will have less ability to capture motion. That is where, or that is the effect that you see videographers who create videos for parties and events. You'll see they are capturing someone who is blurry. All people are not very clear as the camera is moving. All this is the setting they use to create an effect to show that someone at the party is drunk. Once you want to have your camera or to create such videos, you will have your shutter speed number go low and your camera will not have much energy or ability to capture videos that are in motion. But once you want your videos that are in motion to be captured clear, you will raise your number way up and you'll see that your camera will be capturing all the details of your subject despite the fact that your subject is in motion. This is the setting that affects your motion and we call it a shutter speed. That is the reason as why it has the shutter and speed, because when the camera is recording videos, it opens and closes, it opens and closes, and the process of opening and closing, it is called the shutter speed. That's the reason as why when you hear photographers taking picture, there is a sound that the camera makes. It is called the shutter sound. So that clicking, all that sound is the sound that the camera makes when the shutter is opening and closing. So in video, the shutter speed, because we are taking continuous frames and they are so fast, you will not hear that sound taking place or being made by the camera. But what you'll see is that once your camera has the ability to capture motion enough, you'll see that your subject will have enough details, despite of the fact that your subject is in motion. But away from just capturing motion, once your shutter speed figure is low, your camera, all your videos will have a lot of light, and once your shutter speed figure is high, you'll see that you're tending to lose light. That is the reason as why I told you that all these three settings work together to get the job done, because each of these settings will have the effect of light, and also it will have a unique effect that makes it stand out from all the other two. So when you want to make amazing videos, you need to practice when you're using all these three basic settings, and with time this will become so easy to you, like drinking a cup of tea. One concept that I've not talked about when I'm talking about shutter speed, and it is very vital, that is the frame rate. When you are making videos, we have a certain frame rate. The reason as why we use frame rates, like I told you when I'm talking about the shutter speed, is because when you're making videos, we are combining photos together, but in this case, photos are taken so fast to a level that when you put the video on a timeline, it is hard for you to see these photos because they are all combined together. But the camera setting, which is called the frame rate, that is the rate at which photos are taken together in a second. That's the reason as why we have 24 frames per second, we have 30 frames per second, and we have 60 frames per second and above. The rule is, once you have decided your frame rate, you need to set your shutter speed on a number that doubles your frame rate to give the camera more ability to take frames on the right speed, so that when you're watching the video, you don't feel like something is missing. Thank you for watching this video. If this video has been useful to you, don't forget to like, and also tell me if there is any camera setting I've left out in the basic section. Please let us know in the comment section, and trust me, I will talk about it. My name is Pius Jagenda. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, because subscribing helps you to get those notifications every time I upload videos. But also, if you have someone who is learning videography, or someone who loves this industry, who loves making videos, share with them these videos. You never know who will get to make better videos for their client because of the video and knowledge that I put into these videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.